me start off the recording with.
You back home early from your mother, sugar?
My name is Optimus Prime.
Literally me when Xavier isn't expecting me at his house. Oh, and of course, the next video, the up next video on YouTube is literally like Peach versus Bowser kind of thing with the electoral votes and whatnot. Oh, there's another ye old general chat. Cope? You can't tell me to cope.
He's always. I'm not telling you to cope. I'm telling Jared to cope.
Oh.
If you can see, I pinged him underneath the cope message.
Alright. So, alright. I started the recording with the my name is Optimus Prime, and as you can see over here with Jared's username, it's literally just Optimum Pride. What's Ethan's? It turns out garden gloves / aren't enough / to keep the blood off your hands. Bish, I created the server. I am the mods. Hey, don't cuss, it's mean. He said Bish. Like bishop. Like the Bakugo X Uraraka bishop. Alright. We do have Dad, he's just not on the line. He's playing Final Fantasy. But can they hear you?
Can you
I
hear
heard him
me?
just now.
Okay.
I heard him just now.
Okay. Cool.
Also, if you see slashes in a sentence like that, it's to indicate line breaks in poetry.
Oh, okay. I'm also not wearing headphones, so there's gonna be a bit of a weird audio quality, but like, your audio quality is terrible to begin with because you're in the same room. But Dad and I are also in the same room. He's just not in the town square. Oh well. Anyways, though, welcome back to, I believe this is episode 19 of the Lunar campaign. Let me check what episode are we on? This has to be 19, right? 18 or 19? Yeah, it's 19. I don't know. I'll find out when I upload this video.
Probably.
You're an attent. You're very attentive. Okay, anyways, though, who remembers what happened in the last episode? Well, you weren't here on the last episode. You were here on the last episode. Jared was kind of here on the last episode. He was here.
Yeah, I think I left her like I had stuff to do.
Okay. So,
Yeah,
let me explain things based on the time. So, the current timeline of events is currently on Taurus. I believe Taurus is like 20-something minutes ahead of everybody else. Taurus is about 20-something minutes ahead of Bruno, and Bruno is about 11 or 12 minutes ahead of Tylenol and Vicaruze, who are in the same place. I know that because...
That's enough to get me 3. Good night, guys.
Because Tylenol and Vicaruze, yeah, this boss is a joke. Tylenol and Vicaruze are basically in the same place, and they asked good old Lady Teresa, this old bird lady, to look at the circumstances of the universe, which is a little crystal ball of some sort, to look for all of your friends, and woke up Bruno by asking him if he's wearing pants.
I was, in fact, wearing pants.
Yes. You were wearing pants, but no shirt. Well, now you appear to be wearing an egg. Well, you're not wearing an egg. You're holding an egg. Does that count as wearing?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I
You're
mean,
wearing an egg.
if you
and
wear a
halberd.
sword, you're wearing it on your belt. Yeah.
Yeah, you're holding a halberd and an egg. However, since you're about like 11 or 12 minutes ahead, of Tylenol and Vicaruze, we're gonna start with Tylenol and Vicaruze in this episode
Alright.
of Lunar.
I figured.
Okay. My name is Optimus Prime. I'm sorry, that's so stupid. I love it. Okay.
I'll listen in and make some memes.
Okay, so we move back over to Le Tylenol and Le Vicaruze. You guys just got done looking at the circumstances of the universe with the elder of the Aarakocran village. Her name is Teresa. And you just looked at and you also just got a nice look at what's his name? Myrtle's ass. I don't remember which one of you was impressed, but I'm pretty sure it was Vicaruze. With Myrtle's ass.
Was it Myrtle's ass?
Okay.
My, that is a mighty
'Cause-
fine ass.
wait, let-
As you can see,
Hey, didn't
I've
we
got
actually get a picture of that? Jared, don't you have a picture of that? We can tell whose ass it was, I think.
Yeah, give me a sec. Let me find
Oh
it.
no. You can't do this to me. Do you know how much I've sacrificed?
Should be down in
Don't forget,
T.
you can move diagonally.
There it is. Okay, here's the picture. Oh wait, shoot, that's the wrong one. My bad.
Okay. Hopefully this is YouTube friendly enough. I see now that the circumstances of one's birth are irrelevant. It is what you do with the gift of life that determines who you are. Teresa. Well, I guess it's the same name, but like, I don't see what
Oh
this
no,
has to do
I
with
heard
ass cheeks.
circumstances, and that's what I thought of.
Okay. Well, alrighty then.
Let's see if I. No, I don't actually have a picture. Myrtle.
That is a really
No.
short river.
The
You could have just swam across.
the whiteboard. The whiteboard screenshot, Jared, of that one session
Oh, yeah.
where we drew the ass in question on an Among Us character.
Is this it? Here, let me see. Oh yeah, here it is. I found it.
Well, anyways, back to where we were before. I believe it, yeah, that. I believe, Vicaruze was, impressed with, Myrtle's ass cheeks.
I am quite impressed by those ass cheeks. My god, what fine ass cheeks.
Okay, so Teresa leads you guys, continuously floating back down to the mainland in the village. Not the village, but the camp. Well, she asks you guys, what do you think?
I think those ass cheeks are fantastic.
I know, right? What about you, young lady?
Oh, think about what? I say, snapping into the
Megatron,
existence.
hear me out. Say again, Jared. I'm sorry. You posted. You posted.
What is it I'm thinking about now?
The whole crystal ball event with Myrtle's ass cheeks
Ah.
waking up, um, waking up, Bruno and checking in on everybody's locations. You have confirmed that everybody else is not dead.
Ah, I see.
Unless you're me, in which case I have not confirmed if anybody else is alive or not.
I think we should help Bruno last.
Including myself. I actually have orcs around me.
You got
They
an
may kill
achievement?
me.
On a Final Fantasy game.
I think we should help Bruno last, just to make him suffer.
My guy, I am literally on a separate island.
Do you say that out
You
loud,
can't
Jared?
help me at all.
Jared,
I said,
does Tylenol say that out loud?
No, she just thinks it.
Okay.
I think what she says to Miss Teresa here is just no comment in a somewhat weirded out voice.
Okay. Ah.
But yeah, I've got 20 hit points and 3 level 1 spell slots left.
Alrighty then. Well,
I would almost certainly die in a fight with orcs.
there's not much we can do at the moment. We can help you build a raft, but if you're willing to stay and rest here for a while, I've got a few blunts you can smoke.
That's what I'm talking about. Fine ass.
My man sounded like
and
Poe.
blunts.
My man sounded like Poe for a second.
He sounded like the French, like every French person mixed into one. Including the horny.
I think he sounded. He sounded like Poe from Kung Fu Panda for a second there, and now I am mentally chuckling at the image of Poe getting excited to smoke a blunt.
Sounding like Jack Black is a high honor indeed.
Jack Black ass.
That's one of my fat idols.
Anyways, okay. Yeah, he is a cool dude. His name is Steve. My reaction to that information. Can you assimilate that information? Alright, we're having a good time here.
Yeah.
Okay, so, Tylenol, you and Vicaruze are asked if you want to smoke a blunt. I'm really glad that Vicaruze stays within character because I was half expecting him to forget that he smokes at all, because Vicaruze does smoke canonically.
Oh yeah. Here's
not?
what I say. Here's what I say in a joking manner. Of course, you know the only reason I live this long is not because I'm an elf, but because I haven't smoked.
That's great. Give me the blunt.
All right.
No, please don't kill me with blunt force.
All right. Cut to about All right. How far is everybody ahead? I think Taurus is the one ahead. So cut to, let's say, 35 minutes ahead, with Vicaruze having like 3 cigarettes in his mouth. I don't know. Roll for smoke. Okay. Just remember, Vicaruze is like 20 years old. And he's already an alcoholic and a druggie. Alright,
Yep.
Okay, you have a single smoke in your mouth. I rolled a d4 and you got a 1.
Actually, I feel like I would be smoking a pipe. That seems like a Beaker's thing.
Okay, so I don't think the microphone heard that. Vicaruze says Dad says that Vicaruze would probably be smoking a pipe.
I'm a wizard. I feel like
Yeah, I
pipes are
heard
more
that.
wizard-like.
Yeah. Okay,
You know, never being late, always being there when you intend to.
yeah. When asked, Teresa basically replies that she doesn't have a pipe. Well, congratulations.
All right, well, I'll take what I can get.
All right. So, Tylenol, what are you doing while the smoking happens for the next like 34 minutes?
I guess I decide to practice some spells. What spells do I have again? It's been so long. I can't remember. See if I can find my character sheet. I know chill touch. No, is that even a spell?
I need my.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
cantrip.
that's a cantrip.
Ah.
Um, but
I could
but
try
on that note,
practice morphine into.
Vicaruze, you hear
How about that?
outside the room while Vicaruze outside the room, you hear while smoking like mm, um Tylenol saying like I think I'm gonna practice my practice my spells, and you start hearing a bunch of explosions in the forest.
And then I'll practice my shoot. What is it? Animal transform ability. It's a good sleep should restore that. I think.
Creator destroy hummus. Okay.
Alright, I'm a level 4, right?
Yes.
Okay, so this seems updated. 3230 experience.
Although,
5.
Dad, I don't think you've been catching up with the discords. You don't have any spells right now.
What do you mean I don't have any spells?
Bruno, do you remember the Discord chats? Ethan?
Huh?
You weren't paying attention. You're just doing the Jareds.
No, I was paying attention. I just don't know. I just don't know what Discord chats you're referencing.
Okay. Vicaruze, do you remember when everybody basically got washed up in water?
No.
You don't have your spell book anymore, Dad.
Bullshit?
All of your loose equipment got lost.
Sure sounds like bullshit.
Luckily though, I didn't let Bruno keep his shirt, but I did let Bruno keep the halberd and the egg.
Hi, Rory, come here.
Because he held on for the longest to the raft.
No, that actually discouraged Riley from coming up
Although
here.
I also
Guess she
let
did it more often.
Taurus keep the trident because he's literally like bonded to the trident, so based on the rules of trident of weapon bonding, it's literally impossible to separate him from his bonded weapon. Unfortunately, you have not bonded with your book.
See.
I know, it smells like bullshit because, well, you rely too much on your book. But but you do still have your cantrips. Anyways, back to you, Vagilinol. What were you doing?
What was I? What?
You were practicing your spells.
Who's doing bullshit?
Yes.
Yes.
What are the requirements for turning to animal again? Do I have to touch the animal? Do I have to see the animal?
Do
I just have to think of it?
You just need a bonus action and, well, know what you're turning into.
My dude, you turned into a giant lightning bug the other day.
Oh, that's right.
Well, that was a few days ago.
Can we just say I practice turning into various animals and that doesn't spend a bonus action?
Um,
No, it would
if
spend
it's
bonus actions.
non-strenuous enough, I
It's not.
guess we. If it's non-strenuous
Yeah,
enough
it's
and you're
more.
not doing anything too animalistic, I guess you can practice it a little bit, but by the end of it, you will be drained of all of your uses, which is all two of them per se. But like you know, but yeah,
All right.
you'll be practicing, and let's say I don't know, you'll gain some increases, I guess, for training. I don't know, Jared. Roll for training.
All right, give me a sec. Is that a D20?
Yes.
20. Let me
Yeah.
roll.
Dad,
18.
roll for lung cancer, Dad. I don't know. Make a Constitution check. You rolled an 18, Jared,
Yep.
and okay. I don't know. You are really good at training. Give yourself 100 experience points. That's still frame of Poe. I I did a I opened up my OneNote to calculate the experience points for Tylenol, and
What am I rolling? A 20-sided die?
yes, all skill checks use d20s. So yeah, roll for cancer, Dad.
Skill issues use d20s.
8.
No cancer for you. Good job. You're 20. You're young. You'll probably get cancer about a couple years from
Next
now.
time.
And just keep in mind, this is still medieval times, kind of.
I go on adventures. I want to die from other things first.
Well, keep this up, and you won't die from the adventuring. You'll die from the skin cancer, the lung cancer. I mean.
It might metastasize and become skin cancer.
Okay. So after I don't know, let's say a couple hours, um, you'll you'll be done with the training and maybe the smoking, maybe the smoking. Um, but Tylenol will come back, and via her training, let's say she takes like say she takes like a couple damage from like I don't know how you're training, but if it's strenuous enough to get to allow you to gain some strength, I guess we could say you can spend like a d6 of hit points.
I'm going to strangle you.
A D6 of hit points. All right, give me a second.
You take 5 bludgeoning, but you have an additional 100 experience points.
Yeah, bro. All right. I'm actually going to be right back. I need to use a bath.
Okay. And as for you, Vicaruze, you smoked, so you take, I don't know, you take damage. You take a d12 of lung damage. You take 8 lung damage.
Bullshit.
You smoking. Quit smoking. No, I'm kidding, actually, come to think of it. But you do take a singular lung damage. Stop smoking. It's bad for you. You've got balls of steel. Cannon balls of steel. Alright. That's funny. Anyways. Okay. So Vicaruze, Tylenol comes back, I guess covered in like a fur of some sort. It appears that she has not completely de-evolutionized from her transformations during her training. Also, it appears that she's been training. Oh, that's weird. Sure is silent in here.
Thought you said you had to go to the restroom.
Yeah, I'm talking to you.
Oh, what'd you say?
Tylenol came back from her training sessions. Also, apparently Tylenol's been training, but you probably didn't notice because of all the smoking you've been doing.
Jeez, you're really hitting hard on this.
You're high.
In my defense, in the medieval times, they didn't know smoke caused any kind of issues. You realize we didn't find out the dangers of smoking until like the 70s, 60s, 70s.
Doesn't mean it doesn't hurt you.
Kids used to be allowed to smoke in the 50s.
Oh, I know.
They used to advertise to children in the 50s because they didn't realize the dangers of it. So you're being very judgy for my medieval self.
Okay. So, Vicaruze is defending his life choices right now.
Unsuccessfully.
Yeah. And Tylenol is in the bathroom, I guess. I don't know. When she comes back, I'm going to ask her to roll for pee. Let's move over to Bruno temporarily while Jared's doing his thing. So basically, moving back the clock about like an hour and I don't know, like an hour and 40 minutes or so. Bruno is lugging the is dragging the bird.
I've got the bird elder with me, but
yeah.
I don't think I'm moving right now because last we left off, I succeeded a stealth check against a group of orcs.
Yeah, I believe so. So, and you say you succeeded?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll take your word for it. So
It was a pretty good roll. It was like a 15 or so.
especially since I have all of these recorded. So, if it turns out that you're wrong, you'll be suffering the consequences. Anyways,
Okay, well I'm not wrong, so I guess I'll be fine.
okay, cool. So you are hiding in the bushes of her front lawn. No, you're just hiding in the bushes. And the orcs are walking around. Many of them look like standard orcs with my microphone tipping over onto my arm. With their mouths agape, jarred with their fangs, with their under fangs. I think that's what they're called. I don't know. They're very bulky, way bigger than you are. And I'm not just saying that because you're short and light and weak. These things are just really huge. You know, classic orcs. You've traveled the world quite a bit in your time.
Yeah.
So you've probably seen an orc or two.
Yeah.
Many of them have spears and clubs. And walking by, they move at a pretty brisk pace as they walk on back to the as they walk on back to the place where you were tied up at. You're already a relative distance away from that site, but yeah, when
In
they
other words,
walk by,
they're
what?
moving to where I came from.
Yes. So as they move out of sight, um, the bird dude starts like wriggling a little bit in your arm.
All
Ow.
right. The options, I guess, are to try and keep him quiet, in which case he'll probably try and make noise, and then that'll give away our position. Or I can bash his head and knock him out again.
All right. Well, I would say roll for wisdom to see if your character makes the stupid decisions, but I'm not gonna do that. Especially since your wisdom's high.
Okay,
Bless you, goodness gracious.
actually pretty good.
Yeah, your wisdom's good enough. I think you're good at decision making.
Yeah.
Paralysis affects.
The main issue here is like, okay, I can either try and keep him shut up, which probably won't work, and we'll just make him make more noise, or I can put him back to sleep where he won't make any noise. I think I'm gonna try and put him back to sleep. So
Okay.
that's just a quick knock to the occipital lobe.
All right. I won't make you roll for that, but yeah, it works, and just don't. No noise made, and you're still holding the egg and the halberd and the bird, and
Yeah.
Now what? As they walk out of sight. Okay. They're basically a safe distance away now.
All right. I'll continue moving as I was before in the same direction, which was more or less the opposite direction of where they were going. And moving in the same manner as I was before, which was covering my tracks, so that way I wouldn't be tracked by birds. But it turns out there was the added benefit of there was also orcs that were around.
Okay. All right. I'll keep you going with the same stealth check that you made previously. And
All right.
as you continue on, is Jared back from the bathroom?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, we'll keep going with Bruno for a few more minutes. Bruno, as you continue down the path, eventually you'll come across a fork in the road where the road stops, but there's a bunch of trees. The woods basically continues on, but the trail does not.
All right. All right. So there's a fork in the road, a bunch of trees. And so basically, I have to choose which fork in the road I'm going, right?
No, okay. I guess that was a. I guess I don't know what a fork is. It's a dead end.
It's where it's
Yeah, a fork
oh,
is like
because a fork in the road is where the road splits into two roads.
Okay, yeah, that was poor word choice on my part. Um,
Extremely.
yes, truly, truly. Yes, yes.
So the trail ends, and the woods go
Yes.
on.
The trail ends, the woods go on. It's my bad.
All right.
I'm a failure as a DM.
I'll keep going into the woods in roughly the same direction I was going because, well, I'm trying to make for any sort of landmark by heading in one direction.
Okay. Um, you encounter a cardinal, just a normal old cardinal, a small little birdie.
Look up and observe the cardinal. What color is the cardinal?
Like a dark reddish color. Also white with some white feathers under the chin.
No brownish.
Um, nope.
Male cardinal then. All right. Well, in that case, I note it, and
As soon as you okay, do you note it verbally?
I note it.
What? I can barely hear you through Jared's computer.
My computer making noise or something?
No, I can't hear Ethan at all. Oh, there we go. There we go.
Yeah, I disconnect after I said I noted it and moved on.
Okay. Okay. So the bird makes a noise going and flies off. All right. No consequences, it seems. You continue down the path. The woods still go on. Um, and uh, and yeah, there's also some hilly areas where the you know, like those paths on the road where it's like really where there's a really steep hill. You see like a really steep incline where it seems that the woods stop. There's some stone. There's a big stone wall that goes upwards at a real steep rate.
All right, so the wood stop, hill starts. There's a big stone wall,
Not
a
like
cliff-faced stone,
not an artificial wall. Let me
like a
rephrase that.
cliff-faced stone wall,
It's like it's a big old rocks. A bunch of big old
it
rock wall.
a cliff,
Yes, it's a
a cliff.
cliff.
All right.
I'm never good with like finding the right words with when describing something.
Well, you want to know a fun fact regarding that?
What?
The dictionary is online for free.
Fuck
Very
you.
useful. All right, so
He's right, you know.
wood stop, and there is a cliff leading up to the hill. Are there any trees at the top of the hill that I can see?
Yes.
But there
Um,
is an edge to the woods, which means that I'll be able to get up to an elevated position where there will at least be one direction I can look where there aren't any trees in the way.
yeah. All right. Do you plan on
So,
doing that?
yeah, are there any ways up that don't involve climbing that I
Um,
can see?
you'd have to move around a little bit. Um, which direction do you go first?
Let's go right,
Okay.
assuming I am facing the wall in a perpendicular direction.
Yeah. Um, of course. Um, as you go on to the right, you do eventually you do eventually find a less steep incline that allows you to move up the hill without climbing.
And I did tie up the bird, right? Pretty sure I did, but
Yes.
all right.
Yeah.
So upon reaching the top of the hill, I want to go to the edge of the cliff and look out, try and get a good view of my surroundings.
All right. Um, from this view, you can see behind you that there is a bit more of an elevation in the cliff. Not much more, but in front of you though, you're above most of the trees. Not all of them, but most of them. And beyond you, there are a lot more hilly areas. You can't really see any from here you cannot see any distant, let's say, absences in trees, any holes in the forest that would
Indicate a clearing.
yeah. Um, but you but in the far off distance, a bit like let's say 40 degrees to your left, um, there's a bit of smoke billowing from the trees in a very far off distance, like at least a mile and a half away.
All right. What about coastlines?
Um, from here, you cannot see any coastlines. However, you only see a bit like in like a sink. You only really able to see in like a a little bit more than 180 degrees in either direction from here because there's more cliff behind you.
All right. Well, in that case, I'm going to assume, given that orcs are nearby, that the smoke is probably either something hostile. What am I kidding? The smoke is something hostile. It's either the bird people or the orcs, and either way, they don't like me. So we're not going to go that direction. You said there's more cliff behind me?
Yes.
In which case, I should probably go up further.
All right.
I'm gonna look for another safe way up.
Okay. In what direction? Again, perpendicular to the incline.
Let's continue going right.
All right.
Again, assuming perpendicular facing the incline.
Right. Um
Yes.
okay. So, while you're doing that, you're still a bit behind everybody else, but let's move back over to good old Vicaruze and Vagilinal. Um okay. So, Tylenol, if you would unmute yourself, I will tell you the stories of woe. And the stories of woe is basically you walk back into the camp after a good couple hours of training. You're covered in the fur of your transformations, and you walk in to find that Vicaruze is high as a kite.
On
All
a
right.
windy day.
Man, what you doing?
Vicaruze, are you feeling okay?
I feel great, man. So good. You
Well,
want
now
some
I
of
can.
the
Well, now I know you're not
snacks
okay.
over there?
I'm not a man, Vicaruze.
We're all man, okay, man?
What the hell?
I have permission to kill him, Dungeon Master.
You can do
Kidding,
whatever
kidding, of
the
course.
heck you want.
Permission not granted, dude.
Dude!
You're a dude. She's a dude. We're all dudes, yeah.
Technically, you can do whatever you want as long as it's physically possible.
Oh,
And yes,
shoot.
unhinging your jaw in certain situations is physically possible. I mean, not physically possible, but like certain cartoony actions, if hilarious enough, I allow.
Okay.
But please do not kill off another party member, even if they are high as a kite.
Yep. Shoot, I don't know what to do.
Also, I just remembered, something you also learn from the crystal ball is that you have a Goliath friend on the island with you somewhere. You don't know where, but somewhere on this island.
The Goliath friend. I don't recall us making any Goliath friends.
Yeah, I believe we mentioned that on one of the previous episodes, not the previous episode, but the episode before that. Um, but yeah, she mentions that a Goliath person is on the island with you. Just you don't know where exactly. She didn't seem to mention that. Although you can ask her. I'm assuming you, Jared, because again, Vicaruze is high right now.
So I just realized.
Okay, ask her the thing.
Yes.
Well, marijuana's not nearly as dangerous as cigarettes. And you're trying to take damage.
It does make you higher, though.
Okay, no, you. Okay, fine. That's a good point. I don't know anything about drugs, really. Okay.
That's what I'm here, son, to teach you about the wonders of drugs.
Well, I'm on meds, but whatever.
All the drugs.
Okay, what were you saying, Jared?
Oh, shoot, well, yeah, ask her the question.
Okay. Um. Uh. Let's see here. She smokes a blunt. Where was he again? Well, he's on the island. I believe we're on the, we are currently on the northern of the Ohm Islands. And we're on the, relatively on, like, the southeast coastline. Really close to the coastline, at least. And this Goliath person is closer to around the eastern coast. So he's pretty close by. Probably within, I don't know, the square, the 200 square meters. Although that was a couple hours ago, so he could be somewhere else entirely.
You dookie, then.
Alright. I'm going to bed. See ya. Good night. She then falls asleep on the floor right there. Along with Vicaruze. I'm kidding.
Heck yeah, bro.
It's up to Vicaruze if he falls asleep. Well, it's up to Dad if Vicaruze falls asleep. It's not up to Vicaruze if he falls asleep. Because he's Vicaruze and he's smoking. Anyways, what do you do? Proceeds to like bring up a pop-up menu that says continue dragging Vicaruze along, or bash him over the head and killing him with blunt force.
Bash him over the head, but lightly.
Okay.
Hey, what? Ow.
He's now more unconscious.
All right. Vicaruze is no longer high.
That's definitely not how it works.
It's 100% not how it works.
Well, apparently you can't get high from regular cigarettes anyways. So
No, you don't get high from cigarettes. It's a different thing.
You
so
get you
apparently
get high from
the
you
laws
get high from smoking blunts though.
Yeah, anyways,
Which is weed.
anyways, the laws of things are completely completely awkwardly done. So whatever. Bashing him over the head completely cures his high. Anyways, though, Vicaruze is now high sober. So what do you do now, Vicaruze, with a clear head?
I need my damn spell book.
So Tylenol, Vicaruze does not have a spell book.
I want to find my spell book.
Yeah, go look for the spell book, I guess.
All right.
I'd be pretty useless in a fight if we get in a fight without my spell book.
All right. Just keep in mind, based on common sense, it's probably in the water, like in the lake that you're surrounded by. The big ass
Okay.
lake.
Big ass lake.
Yep.
Anybody know how to swim?
I'm pretty sure everybody here knows how to swim.
Okay. I would do a spell to grab it, but bullshittery happened.
Bullshittery also always happens. That's what we're here for this campaign for. Alrighty. So Tylenol and Vicaruze set out to find the spell book. There's two different road exits out of the camp. Do you take the one closest to the tent that you were in, or the one on the other side of the camp?
Closest to the tent.
Okay. So continuing on that path, you eventually reach what seems to be another coastline, but looking off into the distance, there's another coastline far off in the distance.
Okay.
So there's there's some more land over there, but looking off to your left, it seems to be connected to the land that you're on, the island.
Okie
Alrighty. Well, it's in the water, so it's a lot of lake to cover.
Yep.
Like a lot of lake.
Guess we should.
You're probably, I don't know, 40 to probably like 60 miles away from where you set off from the country, from the other side of the lake. Very far away. But, you know, potato, potato. So, what do you do?
What do I do? So we've got a few options. We got a landmass 1 and landmass 2. Presumably.
Yes.
Okay.
or you can continue down the shoreline that you're on. What do you want to do, Vicaruze? This is your spell book that you're looking for in the water somewhere.
I want to find it.
Well, good luck.
Okay. I want to go. Guess I'm gonna go swimming.
All right, just keep in mind, it's probably lost forever.
Roll for swim.
All right, so
It better not be lost forever. I'm a fucking wizard and I need a spell book.
you could make another one,
Oh,
or get another one or
I
something.
didn't know I could do that.
How do you
Alright,
think wizards replace their
Tylenol,
spell books every time they get lost?
Yeah, Tylenol, you see Vicaruze frickin' jump into the lake.
I don't bother helping him. He's a liability anyway. That's a joke, by the way. I just kind of watch him to see if he needs help, but he looks like he's doing all right
Alright.
for the most
Meanwhile,
part.
Vicaruze.
Alright. So parallel with this cutscene, we see Tylenol watching Vicaruze swim off, and then Bruno finally finds a cliffside, and cut back over to Tylenol, seeing Vicaruze wash up against on the shore right at her feet.
Is that a meme?
And cut back over to Bruno going up the slightly less steep incline, and and reaching the top of the cliff, and then back over. Okay, and then back over to Tylenol and Vicaruze, where you both are basically. Where you both are basically where Tylenol watches Vicaruze cough up a bunch of water. Salty. Alright. Vicaruze is going to the bathroom, so we're cutting back over to Bruno. You're at the top of the cliff, and there's no more cliff behind you. And yes, you do see the shoreline from here. It's a bit of a distance.
All right. Well, that looks like the place where I need to go. After all, I came from the shoreline, so if I want to get back to my friends, you know what good they are, I'd best make for a shoreline.
Yeah.
So I'm going to head in that direction. Of course, not going straight that direction. I'd probably fall off a cliff if I did. But finding a way down the cliff and then heading in that direction.
Well, okie dokie then. Alright. So as you make for the shoreline, you notice that the sun is beginning to set over the not yet on the horizon, but it's slightly close. It's not yet technically sunset.
All right. Well, I'm going to. Have I left the cliff yet?
No, not yet, but you're on the other side of the cliff. You're at the cliff, but on the opposite side from where you were. On the side where you see the shoreline.
So it's more of a ridge then.
What is your question?
I know I don't have my spell book, so I can't do my spells. But what about cantrips?
Cantrips are like will powers. You can do those at will.
So that's the only defense I have.
Yes.
Okay, that's what I needed to know.
All right. Anyways, what were you saying? Good old Brunius Maximus.
So were you saying it's more like a ridge?
Kinda, yeah.
All right, so I'm on the other side of the ridge from the guys who wanted to kill me.
Yes.
Right. In that case, I am going to
Vacuum ruse.
can I can I see if I can procure some food? Either through hunting, which probably won't be possible due to the fact that my only real ranged weapon that I'm willing to use is a cantrip that basically never hits. Or more likely forage.
Okay.
Is that a survival check? Forage for like berries, nuts, roots.
Sure. Yeah, you
Sweet,
make
sweet.
it make a
Oh,
survival
nice.
check.
Oh, goodness.
My dice tray had stuff in it. I should probably get that stuff out of my dice tray.
All right,
All
cutting
right,
back over
now to
to
swap over to my character sheet,
yeah,
so that
cutting
way I
back
can
over
figure
to
out.
Tylenol and Vicaruze. So
So
what?
it's add the relevant attribute modifier, proficiency bonus if applicable, to the roll.
Correct. That's what it's always been.
All right, so that means I got a 15.
Alrighty. You find some berries, and none of them seem to be poisoned. Seem pretty confident in your berry picking abilities right now.
All right. I'll take them back to a camp, and these shouldn't need to be cooked. They're berries. And I guess I'll use them as food for a long rest, I guess, for the night.
Alrighty. So you set up
I'm
camp.
not going to. Yeah, we're going to set up camp. As for a fire, if I do start it, if it's necessary to start one because of the cold, I'm not going to start one until after dark because I'm behind the ridge, which means that the guys that I don't want to see me aren't going to see the light from the fire. And if it's after dark, then they shouldn't see the smoke at least until the sun rises. And then by then I can be away from the smoke.
Okay.
But
So
unless it's strictly necessary to start one because of cold, I'm not going to start a fire.
okay. So cutting back over to you two. So Vicaruze, you cough up a bunch of salt water. Okay. Let me put my microphone closer to your face as you do that. That definitely is the coughing of all time. So Tylenol, you see Vicaruze coughing up a bunch of salt water.
Well,
All right. Now what?
let's see. Give a nice hearty laugh. And, yeah, and reminiscent of Santa.
Ho 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 ho.
Don't call me a hoe.
Then I see if I have any sort of blanket to help him warm up.
Aw. I think Vicaruze is on his period.
But for the artwork, did Tylenol have purple hair? Or was I misremembering something drastically?
I thought Bruno was a brunette.
He does have brown hair. But I was saying, doesn't Tylenol have purple hair?
I think so. Yeah, I might have gotten some of these character designs wrong. Jared also said that she's supposed to have long hair. So yeah, I'll have to redo Tylenol's a little bit of her design. Probably just the hair. Anyways, though,
Yeah, just
Vicaruze, you are in a blanket. The sun is about to set anyways, though, but, you then start hearing some rustling in the woods. You're not in the woods at the moment, but you're close to the woods. You're along the shoreline, so there's a bunch of sand.
I see sand.
You see sand, and there's woods behind you, and you hear some rustling. Not from you or
Some wrestling.
some wrestling. Oh. You hear noises in the forest that sound like somebody's stepping through some bushes.
Who is there?
Tylenol, do you chime in?
Something that sounds like stepping through bushes. Shoot. No, don't shoot. I mean, but
Shoot first and ask questions later.
scream extremely loudly to let them know that we know that they're there.
Okay. Actually, no. That's you. You're the one screaming. You voice act your character, Jared.
Okay. Shoot. I can't actually scream because of other people in my house, but or no. Better yet. Do that.
Alrighty.
That one. It'll be funny.
Yes, it will. Very hilarious. Yes. Humorous, yes. Anyways, caught some... Sorry about that. I caught something in my throat. Alright. So out of the bushes, you see a big-ass dude.
Okay.
This dude is like, kind of a greenish color. He is at
Dude with
least
a
8
big
feet
ass.
tall, and he is jacked. You've seen
A
All
dude with
Might,
a
right?
big
Just
ass
think of
who's
All
jacking.
Might, but he's slightly less toned than All
What up?
Might, but he's definitely way taller. And he doesn't have any hair, but he's decked out in armor.
Give me a sec.
A dude with
Decked
a
out in
big ass
armor,
who's
but
jacking
it's
and
clear
he's
that he
dicked out.
has some like what?
Xavier does not
just
hear
said-
what I was saying these past couple times.
You said green, and I thought that would be hilarious.
Oh.
No, Xavier goes and it's like this big ass dude, and I'm like a dude with a big ass. She acted like he's jacking. It is like, and he's dicked out, and I'm like he's dicked
Speaker
out.
is like, no, that is a big ass dude. That dude's big ass.
That is a fine big ass.
The dude walks out of the bushes and sees you guys. Is this the part where I say my name is Optimus Prime?
Yeah.
What?
What time are we leaving for work?
Did you even see the meme I posted, Xavier?
I think like 3:15, probably 3:10, somewhere around that. Yes, I see the meme, and the recording sees the meme.
I can't, bro.
Anyways.
Oh,
Anyways. All of
better
my
not
hate.
put me on the ground.
So the dude, both you and Vicaruze make an intelligence check.
Shoot. D6? No. 20, I mean.
Yes.
I don't know why I said D6. D16
13.
from Transformers.
13 plus your intelligence.
Are you kidding? It landed on a 3.
Well, I guess you got a 3.
I'm shaking and crying.
Vicaruze has a +4 in intelligence, so we'll just use his. Vicaruze, throughout your travels of trying to find your murderous father who killed your mother,
Cotton Eye Joe.
Cotton Eye Joe, yes. Don't know where he comes from, don't know where he goes. You recognize that this person is a Goliath.
This man is a Goliath.
Alright.
I recognize this.
Tylenol. I believe you have found
Yo,
your
what's up?
Goliath friend.
Okay, bro.
Yes,
Now what?
I am a Goliath, young man. And who might you two be?
I am Vicaruze, the wizard.
Grew stoned blaze quite literally earlier
Vicaruze
today.
Yeah, that's right. I am Vicaruze Stoneblaze, the wizard of rednecks.
A wizard of IMAX?
Tylenol, are you going to lead up by introducing yourself to your Goliath friend?
Yo, my bro. What it do? My name is Tylenol Acetaminophen. Would you like to come over to our crib?
I thought you were gonna say Tylenol, a skibbity metafine.
Skibaminophen. Yeah, that'll work. Shoot, let me see.
I just watched a Chugga Conrad video the other day, where he literally says skibbity on camera. Oh, you're taking damage from
Oh, wow.
poison. Send him to the Riz chamber and skibbity his Ohio with the phantom tax. What? What?
You wouldn't get it.
Of course I don't get it.
I mean, you don't get it.
I'm normal. I'm normal people.
I'm sorry, that's funny. You wouldn't get it. Of course I don't get it.
I'm normal people. Anyways. Alright. Oh, you're still poisoned.
Apparently, going into an inn doesn't cure that.
Yeah. I feel like going into an inn to go to sleep would just kill you harder. If you're poisoned. You just die in your sleep. Anyways.
Let me see if I can find a gift for that.
Wick. Okay, so, the Goliath friend goes up to you and says, interesting. He is towering over the both of you. You're both relatively tall, as it is, especially Vicaruze. Vicaruze is canonically the tallest in your group. I'm pretty sure also Dad is too. Because...
As the kids would say these
How tall is
days.
he IRL?
I think like 6'2".
He's about,
He's taller than Jared is.
I'm 6'1".
You're 6'2".
Yes.
Don't lie to yourself.
Okay.
I know he's taller than Jared, and Jared is taller than Ethan, and Ethan is taller than me. Canonically speaking, though, Vicaruze is the tallest, and then Tylenol, and then Taurus, and then Bruno. I think Myrtle is in between Bruno and Taurus. Anyways, this dude, in spite of all that, is extremely tall. He is way taller than Vicaruze. As I've mentioned, he's like over 8 feet tall. And he...
Hey, Christina wants you to FaceTime her for something?
Well, we're in a campaign.
I tried telling her to FaceTime me.
She doesn't care.
Yeah, she doesn't care, so so ignore.
Where's my phone?
I don't know. So this dude walks up to you, towering over the lot of you, and says, "You guys ain't from around here, are you?" Uh-oh.
No, we are not.
He then proceeds to punch Vicaruze in the face.
She goes on his phone.
See if my phone is in the bathroom.
Let's see here. Let's see if that actually hits you. Uh-oh.
Is it?
Let's see. Vicaruze does a 15 hit Vicaruze. His armor class is 10.
Yeah, I know, because I'm a wizard. I can't have armor.
Oh, you usually have mage armor, but you do not have.
Did I forget to put that on? I
You
normally do it after every rest.
don't have your spell book to do so.
Spell
with.
book.
Bullshit.
It's not a cantrip.
I had a dream about zombies last night.
There it is.
You found it.
Okay, so Vicaruze, you take 6 bludgeoning damage, just getting punched in the face.
That hurt text.
So I believe that puts you at 17 out of 24.
If you're trying to charge anything, your thing is unplugged. Down here.
So Tylenol, you just watched Vicaruze get slugged in the face.
Kind of the
Heck
perfect
yeah,
gif
bro.
for it.
Vicaruze, after trying to do wizard shit and getting punched in the face by Goliath.
Vicaruze. What? I'm literally shaking and crying right now.
Okay. So Tylenol is shaking and crying right now as you get punched in the face. You take 6 damage.
Bullshit.
I already rolled to attack and 15 hits you. So he then exclaims, "So where's your boat at?"
I reply, the boat said it's boating time, and boated right on
He
out of
then
here.
punches Tylenol in the face before she has time to finish.
Yep.
Tylenol does a roll off into the between the couch.
One second.
Does an 18 hit you, Tylenol?
You're dead. Oh no. Hello.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Why? Oh.
The recording can hear her.
It's just an accurate response to someone saying, it's boating time.
Why would I have
Okay.
that?
Does an 18 hit you,
Why
Tylenol?
didn't you just FaceTime her?
No.
I did. Oh. What you mean? I used Messenger.
What, Jared?
No, 18 does not hit.
The face thing.
What's your armor class, Jared?
It's a phone.
Okay. So I have.
I don't know, it's,
11. An 18
uh,
most certainly does hit you, Tylenol.
Why did you ask?
Okay,
You knew the answer.
so you take 6 bludgeoning damage, Tylenol.
Okay. Am I dead?
No, that just
No.
brings you down to 17.
Okay. So yeah.
You sounded so disappointed when you said no.
He was.
I have a jacket.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
He wasn't.
Yeah,
He was disappointed.
Sure. Oh, and these are the pants I'm
But
wearing. Like, unless
okay, so both of you roll initiative because this dude just punched both of you in the face.
But this shirt is really cute.
Oh, that's a D12.
Okay, so shoot.
Don't be a
D20
Oh,
roll.
okay.
Does a 15 hit?
You're not rolling to hit. You're rolling for initiative. You rolled a 15.
Oh, yeah.
Oof.
Yes, I rolled a 15.
Okay. Your initiative bonus is +1, so that's 16.
I don't know. Whatever you're doing. Dad.
Okay.
When are we going to Mom's?
When are they wanting us to go?
He asked when you're wanting us to be over there.
Don't listen to your mother, child.
Well, what, you have to leave at 3?
Yeah.
Okay. I can leave here at like 1:30.
Okay.
Okay, that should be fine.
1:30's fine. We'll leave at 1:30.
Get there like 2.
Okay.
Or I can get ready now and go.
So
I want to hug
Tylenol got 16.
Okay.
Um,
Love you.
Goliath
Get
friend
ready now.
got a 5.
So you guys should like hurry though.
Vicaruze. Roll initiative, Vicaruze.
You guys can always pick it up.
No, what?
I'm the only one who needs to get ready anyway, so you guys just gotta wait for me to get ready, which will take a little bit. So you get to.
Go get ready.
Do your thing.
We got 20 minutes.
Okay.
I rolled a 19.
Okay, so Vicaruze goes first, and then Tylenol, and then Goliath friend, who likes punching his friends in the face. I don't think you guys are his friends.
Yeah, bro.
Okay, so Vicaruze, so you're on the ground. It takes half your speed to get up, but good old Goliath friend is right in front of both of you. What do you do on your turn?
So we're fighting this dude?
Yes.
Also, Xavier, I'm assuming that my armor was with my stuff when I reclaimed it from the birds, correct? Because I'm assuming they didn't just,
Yeah.
go like, I'm assuming I didn't just lose it in the storm. All right.
Yeah.
So I'm going to make sure to put that on.
Okay. Good to know. Okay. So what are you doing, Vicaruze?
Well, I only have a few options. How far
Probably
away?
saying
He is
it's
right in front of you.
Vicaruzing time.
I will do poison
And
spray.
Vicaruze straight on out of here.
Okay. Poison spray, I believe, is that your check or the enemy's check?
I'd have to look it up.
It's probably a
Okay.
spell attack, bro.
All right, bro. All right, poison spray. The creature must succeed on a Constitution saving throw. Well, it's a good thing too because he's very constitutionated. All right.
Very constitutional.
Okay, so how does a 13? What does a 13 do for you? Do for him?
I'm assuming you're asking yourself.
Well, I'm checking your
Isn't the poison spray? Oh wait, it's Constitution saving
Wait, so
throw.
So 8 plus 2, that's 10, 14. Okay, so that's a failure.
Bullshit.
Now that's good for you because
Oh,
he's
He failed his Constitution
Oh,
throw.
okay.
so I should be the
Huzzah!
so I should be the one saying bullshit.
Huzzah.
It's my bullshit now. Which means he takes 1d12 poison damage. So that's your roll, Dad. Okay.
20?
12.
Oh, 12. Oh, 1 second. Technically rolled an 11, but it was with a 20-sided die.
Well, can't have that.
Think I still rolled an 11.
Oh, well. Fair enough. Alright. Alright. Okay. So he takes 11 poison damage. That hurt. He didn't like that very much. So your turn, Tylenol. You just watch Vicaruze spray. Wait, do you move at all on your turn?
Yeah, I probably should get the.
I don't know.
Okay, so that provokes an opportunity attack from him.
Fuck, bullshit.
Moving
To
outside.
be fair,
of
I did see this coming. I just didn't warn you because it was funny.
Never mind. Yeah, I'll still move, I guess.
All right, so you move like 15 feet away, and that provokes. Well, I rolled a 9.
Ref, if it
So I'm
was,
going-
Ref, if it was up to me, with you, but I don't
that's a
want
natural,
to.
so I'm going to assume that it would surpass 10 because his strength is +5 alone. Okay.
Where's the Goliath?
What's strength? Yeah,
Wouldn't it be like a dexterity throw?
it's his attack check against your armor class.
If it's an attack throw, it should be strength. It would only be dexterity if it was like rogue or something. If even that.
Well, he's asking because he's confused of why this isn't his own saving throw. But like he's attacking you, so it's his attack check against your armor class.
Yeah, your armor is your saving throw.
Yeah, and your armor class is determined by your dexterity, unless you're wearing heavy armor. So as you go to walk away, he once again effing punches you in the face.
This is rude.
Which
I don't like
again,
your friend.
which again inflicts 6 bludgeoning damage on Vicaruze. Which brings him down to 11 hit points. Okay. And then Vicaruze moves another 15 feet away. All right, Tylenol, your turn. You just watched.
They're one of the same.
You just watched Vicaruze get absolutely violated. You just watched Vicaruze get absolutely violated. So what do you do on your turn, Tylenol? You do have spells at your disposal.
Shoot. So how big is this guy exactly?
He
They
is
said around 8
large-sized,
feet.
and he's 8 feet tall.
All right. So
He is almost
what?
3 feet taller than you. He's almost 2.5 feet taller than you. Over
okay.
2.5 feet taller than you.
So and he's clearly hostile, which means
Yes.
I thought you were going to say he's
Transform
clearly
into
hot.
Grizzly
hostile
bear.
by the times he punched
Or should I
both of
say
you.
transform into Grizzly Bear?
You don't have any
can do
transformations
that.
left. Remember when you trained?
I literally said, can I train without using up any transformations?
I
he said
I
no.
said no, you cannot.
Oh,
He
shoot.
said literally no. And you did it anyways. You're a failure.
Oh.
You know, with the big ass Goliath friend on the island with you, who may or may not be hostile. And now you know.
He's punched me in the face twice. He's fucking hostile.
Well, you didn't know that before he punched you in the face.
Grab Vicaruze and run. Alright.
All right, so you leave the Goliath. Oh wait a minute, he already used his reaction anyway, so he won't punch you again. Okay,
He
so
can't punch you again. There's a difference.
Well, not in this turn at least. Okay, so I'm assuming you used your action to dash. Tylenol?
Do what?
Do you use your action to dash?
Yeah, dash away.
Okay. Dash away, dash away, dash away all? Okay. Oh yeah, we'll watch this. I did like that scene. That was funny. Okay. So,
Yeah.
so you move 15 feet towards Vicaruze, and when you grab him, you have another 45 feet of movement left, but you only move about 22 and a half feet while carrying Vicaruze. Alright. So now you are, I believe, 37 and a half feet away from the Goliath. Okay, now it's the Goliath's
Okey-doke.
turn. Okay, so good old Goliath man. Let me actually look up Goliath. 5e. Stat block. All right, I already made some assumptions beforehand, but well, I'm not that stat block. That's like a challenge rating of 10. I don't think you're ready for that. Okay. So so he uses like a bonus action to pull out like a what looks like a blade, but it's a lot more of a bit of a blunt metal object with a handle, and he proceeds to throw it at Vicaruze.
The fuck? Why
Oh,
does
for
it have to
oh wait,
murder
he's
me?
unconscious.
Okay.
He's
I
just
say
giving
this
you a
now
blunt
because
metal object.
I say this now because your characters would probably have picked up on this by now, but he's probably one of the people on the ship that was attacking you while you were at the lake in the storm. Although Vicaruze would not catch on to this because he was asleep, falling in the water. So, okay, I roll a 19. I'm gonna assume that hits you. Because, you know. Alrighty. And this metal object is a bit of a, makeshift weapon. But I'm gonna roll a d6 anyways. Oh wow, I rolled a 6 on a d6. Okay, so I'm gonna use
Yeah.
dexterity because he's throwing it. So luckily he doesn't deal all of your remaining hit points. You take 7 bludgeoning damage. So almost all of it, but not all of it. If he was using his strength, he would. But you have 4 hit points left.
Right.
So so while Tylenol is carrying you like on her back, you freaking you watch the dude just throw a thing at you.
Here's what?
I said, okay, so Tylenol, you just picked up Vicaruze and is running off with him on your back, and and he just yelps and gets something thrown at his face. Okay.
Oh goodness.
I mean, it was I mean, he was just giving Vicaruze another blunt metal object.
Not the blunt that I'm looking for.
And then he proceeds to close in towards you. Not um not quite close the distance, but he is about 5 feet away from you, just close enough to punch you in the face. Vicaruze. And that hits, and you are now at 0 hit points because you take 6 damage. Okay. All right, so that's 1 down, 1 to go. Now you are carrying a lit Vicaruze on your back. Okay, your turn. Your turn. Vicaruze, make a death saving throw. That's a D20.
I totally forgot to tell you this.
13.
All right, that's a success. All right, Tylenol. You're now carrying a
No,
lit
if you waited
Vicaruze.
until you had your, if you'd waited until you had your cleric again before you decided to go fight a Goliath.
Do I have any spells?
They didn't have a choice.
I did not try to. I greeted him like a gentleman.
And he punched him in the face.
Asshole punched me in the face and threw a fucking blunt object at me.
So
And
we
the
have
DM
two
is
options.
just laughing his ass off for some
It's
reason.
cast a spell of some sort, or number 2, try and seduce him.
All right. Roll charisma.
What about the spell? Do I have any spells?
You should actually have plenty
have...
of spells. Your wild shape charges should be a separate category from
You
your
have
spell
speak with
slots.
animals.
Okay, so
create or
what spells
destroy-
do I have?
Sorry.
I got chill touch and
You have speak with
You have
animals.
something that
create or
allows
destroy
you-
water, healing word, and detect magic.
protect magic. Brilliant.
Detect
magic.
magic.
Do you have
repeat
like
all those again? I didn't hear it over
You have
Ethan's
speak
loud.
with animals, create or destroy water, healing word, and detect magic. And your cantrips are
Does
mending
speak with
and
animals
druid
work
craft.
with bugs?
What?
Does speak with animals work with bugs?
I think
Yeah.
so. I think it allows you
Okay.
as we've established, it does.
Okay,
which I
so
think it
I'm gonna
does
try
because
and
he
defend
was able to speak
before
with spiders.
rizzing him up. I'm gonna try and defend before I riz this guy up. Shoot. You speak with animals to command all animals within the vicinity to attack this giant.
To be fair,
And then while he's distracted, run away.
To be fair, you can just speak with them. You can't actually command them.
I see.
You can ask politely.
Important point of distinction.
Wait,
Okay.
could this
you
be
can
the chance to
basically
use my
cast a
spiders?
spell and then ask them,
Do
help!
we still have the spiders?
No, the spiders are dead. Remember, you got
What?
you
What happened
you were
to
in the water.
spiders?
Brown.
What do you mean?
That's
Spiders are
critical save.
notoriously great swimmers.
Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. Keep in mind you don't know where your cat is. Maybe he swallowed some of the spiders and to protect them, particularly the big one.
How convenient.
Have faith in your cat, and also Myrtle. Maybe Myrtle.
That's it. A whale. Ask a whale to eat this dude.
Okay.
Are you on the coast?
Yes.
Where are we? Heck yeah.
Yes, you're on the coast.
Literally me yawning reminded me, hey, a whale.
All right. So Tylenol casts Speak with Animals, and asks a whale for help. There's no whales nearby. You're at the coastline, Jared.
That is a good point. Now, sharks on the other
Any
hand.
sharks nearby?
Yes.
You said yes?
Yes. And luckily
Ask
for
the
you,
sharks.
you're you're asking for help right as soon as they're about to right as they're looking straight at Vicaruze. So ask them for help before they chomp down on Vicaruze.
Okay. I say to them, wouldn't you rather eat the big guy instead of this little shrimp here?
Okay. The shark then points its dorsal fin at the Goliath man, and you see a dozen other sharks also pointing their dorsal fins out of the water towards the Goliath man, and they jump out of the water and chomp down on the Goliath man. Okay. By the way, Jared just posted Bruce from Finding Nemo on the group chat. Okay, so now
Hello,
we'll check if these
Bruce.
sharks hit. Shark Swarm did hit, and I'm just gonna roll a d12 for which ones hit, and then just like, I don't know, multiply that damage by 5 or something. Where is the d12?
I don't know. Bruce Ex Machina to fight again.
Look, to be fair, Tylenol casted Speak with Animals, and there was something in the water.
Yeah.
And this is
And he
funny
did
how-
put up an actual convincing argument.
To be fair as
You
well,
mean she?
they were looking at Vicaruze.
They always were.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay, so they deal 30 piercing damage to the Goliath. They would have dealt 30 piercing damage to Vicaruze, which would have killed him really badly.
X.
Okay. Whoa.
Don't you just hate it when you get killed really badly instead of just badly?
Yeah.
Goliath later. It's the cat. Why is there a cat in there? Okay.
Oh, that's where they found Tylenol's cat.
Instead of the shark, it's Tylenol.
You better not say I use animal sense or whatever and turn into a shark.
Okay. So Tylenol, do you also move your 30 feet?
Yeah, move 30 feet.
Okay, you move 15
Away
feet.
from the sharks, that way they don't follow.
Okay, you move 15 feet away.
Okay. What the heck?
Now it is the Goliath's turn, and dude just like and dude uses both his fists to basically punch one shark and then punch the other shark. He still has 10 more sharks latched onto him. And then he proceeds to close the distance again and attempts to punch Tylenol this time.
I see.
Does a 23 hit you?
Yes.
You take 6 damage, bludgeoning. And you are now prone.
Broke?
You are prone.
Oh.
Okay. What's with all these memes of just getting punched in the face? Okay, so
There's a surprising amount of content for
Wait,
just
wait,
typing
wait.
in a Stardy's punch.
Shoot, I got a good idea for when my next turn comes.
all right, Vicaruze, you are on the floor now, unconscious and
The
bleeding
sharks?
out. Make a death save.
The sharks are still attacked, right? He only punched 2 of them off, and there were like 10 left. 12 sharks total.
That's a fail. So you have a success and a fail. Based on my D&D rolls, you need 5 successes or you need 5 failures to die. Instead of 3 of either one. basically to give you at least 30 seconds to not die. Unless you get hit again, which results in an automatic failure. Unless you take, like, your threshold of damage. Which case you die instantly. So anyways, though, now it is Tylenol's turn.
Okay. Tell the sharks it would be best to bite off his arms. That way he can't punch anymore.
Alright.
And to follow suit with his legs.
Alright, the,
Okay, Rimworld player.
Shut up, Ethan.
Alright, so they focus on his
Look,
arm.
man, we're about to die.
Alright, so they...
Because I was afraid if I just said bite off his arms, Xavier would be like, okay, he kicks you to death.
They...
So you gotta do his legs as well.
The sharks fail at inflicting more damage on the Goliath this turn.
Are you serious?
Yes. And the two sharks that got punched off swim away. Well, actually, one of them swims away. The other one that got punched in the other direction is flopping towards the lake. I don't know what sound sharks make, but he's currently going like. Next up is the Goliath's turn. He proceeds to punch another two sharks off of him. And moves towards Tylenol and just kicks her in the face.
Goodness.
And since you're prone, I believe it has advantage, which doesn't matter either way because I rolled a 9, which your armor class is 11, so strength bonus. You take another 6 damage. You are at 4. Don't get hit again, Jared. You're the only one left alive.
Oh boy.
Unless he uses his healing spells.
Yes, you have a healing spell, Jared.
Okay.
Okay. Your turn.
Can I like... Wait, shoot. Bruno. My bad.
I'll roll for Vicaruze. Rolls a 12. That's good.
Donuts, I'd have to cook.
All right, Tylenol, your turn.
I could maybe do some frozen waffles.
Okay, shoot, what was I gonna say?
That'd be quick.
Can I, give the sharks advice and cast a spell in the same turn?
You get like a free action.
I think the advice would...
You get a free action to
do
speak.
what? Okay.
So long as
ask the sharks to continue hacking at his limbs.
Okay. And the sharks do just that. The sharks rolled a 1.
Seriously?
Yes. The sharks then start... Some of the sharks start...
So now you can punch 3 times.
Looking towards Vicaruze now.
Xavier, you have Grandma's address, right?
I think so.
I gave it to you the last time you came over.
Also, is the Goliath, following them inland?
Yes, every time they try moving
and the sharks are following the Goliath.
Closes the distance.
And the sharks aren't opportunity attacking him into smithereens?
Well, the sharks are attached to him, trying to bite him to death.
So he's constantly, taking damage. Well, no, he's not. Sharks keep rolling 1s for some reason. What are you rolling, a D1?
Alright, so you still have an action and 30 feet of movement. You're still prone as well, which means that any attacks made against you will have advantage. So you might want to not be prone.
Okay, so for action I'll use healing. And then I'll do the 30 feet of movement as well.
Okay. So the healing word actually costs a bonus action, so you still have another action that you can make.
Okay.
Who is he healing?
So, who are you healing?
I'll heal myself, and then I'll also do a healing word on Vicaruze.
You don't have 2 bonus actions, Jared.
Okay, so do you heal yourself or Vicaruze?
I will heal. Well, shoot. Who would stand the best chance against this shark?
You have spells, he does not. He has cantrips.
Well, if you heal Vicaroos, you can run in opposite directions, so that way the Goliath and the sharks can only kill one of you.
Good idea. Do that.
Alrighty. Roll a d4.
All right. D4.
It was on my couch.
Landed on a 4.
Cool. So 4 plus your ability modifier. Your ability score modifier, which I believe is wisdom, so plus 4. So Vicaruze gains 8 hit points.
Are you sitting on it?
Am I sitting on what?
My hoodie. I think you are. It's right there.
Well, I thought those were pants.
Hoodie.
Okay.
Mine.
Okay, you gain 8 hit
That's
points,
warm enough,
Vicaruze.
for your butt.
Ew. Alright, so Vicaruze has 8 hit points. And you still have a bonus action, Jared. Like you lost your bonus action, but now you have an action. What is this GIF that you just sent? What the heck? What the heck? This is weird. I don't like that at all.
It's literally the sharks versus Goliath.
What do you want to do, Raina? Well, we don't have anything. I can. You can either have donuts, or I can real quickly try to do some frozen waffles. I'm sorry, but we got to get over there quick. I wanted to make a pizza, but this all changed my plans.
Jared,
What?
you still have an action. What are you using with your action?
I can't hear your dad if that's what you're referring to.
Okay, you already used your bonus action to cure your dad. What are you using your action to do? You cannot use your action to
Let's
word.
Do I have enough strength to throw Vicaruze to the opposite side of the Goliath?
Well, you have a +2 in strength, so you can make an athletics check.
Is that a D20?
Yes.
All right. 19.
All right, you successfully do so. You basically like throw him about 20 feet in the opposite direction. And the sharks are now and a couple of the sharks are now targeting Vicaruze.
You just have something against Vicaruze, don't you?
It's
Alright,
fun to
so
bully
that's
him.
your action. You have another 25 feet of... Wait, no, you have another 10 feet of movement.
Okay. Is for Vicaruze or for me?
For you. You have another 10 feet of movement left.
Okay. So I run in the opposite direction, and presumably Vicaruze is going to run in the opposite direction as well.
Okay. Well, alrighty then.
Do you at least want the donuts?
Okay. The Goliath
Well, maybe ask
then
my mom to get there.
then proceeds to
I don't know. Do you have a better idea?
try getting the sharks off him again because it's really starting to hurt him.
I have some hot dogs for my work. Do you want me to heat those up?
Okay. So you just got thrown 20 feet.
Roll a.
20 feet in the other direction.
We need to roll for the sharks again.
Okay. You guys are running in opposite directions. Roll for sharks. Roll for sharks. The sharks
Yes.
roll a 7.
Out of 20?
What?
out of 20.
Yes.
I have
Um,
grapes.
All right.
Okay.
We can bring grapes along.
I'll take grapes.
And there's 5 on him, so that's a 3. So 15 damage. He's very bloodied.
Forgot to bring a soap.
All right.
Yes, for 2 people.
All right.
So bring grapes.
I'll follow you guys after I'm done here.
Yeah, kind of figured.
Okay. So
That's why I asked you if you remember her.
I'm assuming you're running away, Vicaruze.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So that'll be easy. Cool. Love you. All right. So Vicaruze is running away, and
Remember to lock the door when you leave.
okay. And okay. So now for your subsequent turns, Tylenol, are you just running away?
Yes.
Okay. Alrighty then. So so that should end the combat sequence, but you notice that the Goliath is now running towards Vicaruze.
Shoot, are there any other predatory animals on this island?
Not in your line of sight. At least
I
not.
see.
There might be more in the water, but you don't know. Unless you speak with animals, actually, you still have that active.
Cast speak with animals. Look for
It
things
should
like
it should still be active, I think.
You're still.
yeah,
It's still
or yeah.
very much.
Look
active.
for like jelly. Look for jellyfish. Look
You're
for
on the shoreline, Jared. There's not gonna be any
stonefish.
jellyfish
Look
on
for-
the shoreline.
Look for sea urchins. Look for anything that stings or bites or, say, we got a great big juicy appetizer right here. It's
Couple
this
more-
dude,
So a
Goliath.
couple more sharks appear from the water, and move towards the Goliath, and probably also Vicaruze, based on some of the angles that some of them are at. And one also moves towards you.
I see.
And you're on the shoreline.
Shoot.
Okay, so
Let's see.
End
Say,
combat
please
sequence
don't eat
point.
me. You'd want to eat, what's his name instead?
move away from the shoreline.
Or better yet, yeah, just do that.
Okay, so you move away from the shoreline, and the shark jumps out of the water very far off and basically lands in the woods. So it jumps way too far.
See.
Okay. So you run to the woods. You see the shark. The shark is dead now.
Okay. Place the shark in my pockets for later eating.
What is wrong with you? Alright. Now what?
Get out of here.
Do you rest? Because you have 4 hit points.
Okay, yeah, just rest.
Alrighty. Set up camp. And now we have one dude doing a long rest. And, Vicaruze is on the run. The Goliath keeps trying to punch sharks
Okay,
away,
so
but a bunch more swarm the shit out of him, and he dies. Well, not dies, actually. He just punches more of them away, and he loses track of Vicaruze. And well, he's missing it. Let's say he then goes into the forest with an arm missing or something. And the sharks die of dehydration. And also one
this will be a
attacks-
recurring character.
What?
Is he gone, finally? We survived.
You probably think that he's dead, because a bunch of sharks moved towards him. And you probably also think Vicaruze is dead, because the sharks were also moving towards him. But one does actually try chomping down on Vicaruze, but it misses. All right. So I'm gonna assume that Vicaruze later on will set up camp somewhere. So now you have Vicaruze knows that the Goliath man is probably not dead.
I don't know if thinks Goliath Man is dead, and Bruno is not thinking about any of this at all.
Yes, Bruno still thinks everybody is dead.
Yeah. Because how are they going to survive without me?
Well, this.
I mean, look at them.
All right. So now you are
Oh,
beginning
goodness.
to sleep through the night. Um,
I mean,
And-
I got into like a 5 against 1 fight. It was fine. And they got into a 2 against 1 fight in their favor. They almost died.
they punched the shit out of them though.
Yeah.
So they got the shit punched out of them. Probably literally in Tylenol's case.
Shark
Well,
infested
Vicaruze, maybe.
chat. Okay.
Look up
So-
like the past 10 gifs are just shark gifs.
And the ones before that are getting punched. Duh.
Yeah.
Tylenol, why did you react with the nerd emoji to your own GIF?
I thought it'd be funny.
Anyways. Alright, anyways,
Oh,
though,
yeah, and the shark got put in the pocket. So, let me just,
both you and Vicaruze from that
Dead.
encounter gain, let's say 720 experience points. Yeah. 720. That puts Vicaruze at 3,950 and a half. And it puts Tylenol at 3,829.
Heck yeah.
And,
Does that mean I'm better than Bruno?
I think so. Yeah, Bruno only has 3,365. And Taurus is at 2,997.
Do I get any experience from hitting the bird?
Did you hit the bird?
You remember when I hit the bird?
Oh,
Keep it unconscious?
oh. He was already unconscious, so no. I thought you were talking about the cardinal.
Well,
No,
he-
you don't get experience points for
No,
just knocking his head in.
No, I didn't touch the cardinal.
Yeah. No, you don't get
Cardinal
experience
didn't
points for
deserve it.
that. So yeah, Tylenol.
Dang.
Wait, no. Vicaruze is currently in the lead, experience points wise, which is hilarious to me because beforehand he was actually
Very
behind him.
experienced at getting hit.
Yeah. Look, all that getting hit seems to have made him a lot more tougher, I guess.
That'll be
Alright.
more tough.
So,
Or tougher.
yes, more tougher. So, okay.
No, either more tough or tougher, not more tougher.
Fuck off, man. Please, just no, stop it. Get some help. Okay, so everybody gains basically heals all their hit points, including you, Bruno, since you also did a long rest.
And I'm guessing that restores spell slots.
Yes. Luckily, it didn't get cold enough to constitute a fire. Minor
Perfect.
grammar error. Don't try editing your message. You've already lost.
What, me?
No, Xavier.
Alright. Anyways. So, next day, we back over to Bruno. Um, Still, you believe everybody else is dead.
Yes, because they logically cannot survive without me.
Yes. Rule 1782. No Dragon Ball. What happened to that hole on his leg?
What?
Look at his right leg or our left. Or the
Oh.
our right leg, his left. Both of the holes on his pants vanish.
I see.
One of them just gets smaller, though. And there's another one that gets larger.
I think so, yeah. Huh. I can't stop looking at that. That's weird. Okay.
So,
Alrighty then. So Bruno, you are a bit a ways from the shore, but you now know which direction it's at. Also, it's sunrise. I'm going to make the bold assumption that Tylenol and Vicaruze are not waking up at the same time. Especially since you're uncoordinated and, don't even know if they're alive or not. Well, Tylenol and Vicaruze know that you're alive. Maybe. I mean, a lot can happen within this several hour span.
He Deus Ex Machina'd.
No, that would be D-next.
You did what now?
I DC'd.
He DC'd or something.
Right, so anyways, I'm back now.
Yes.
You said you were making the bold from that.
Yeah. So you're awake now. It's roughly sunrise. You're still on
Alright.
You're still on the eastern island. And you're
Yes.
somewhat close, and you're at somewhat of a close but still long distance from the shoreline. Obviously, from all the trees, you can't see it from here, but you could from the cliff. You're just not at the cliff
And I know which
anymore.
direction it is.
Yes.
Yeah, I'll head for the coastline, and just as before, because I'm still a bit cautious of, hostiles on the island, I'm going to be making efforts to leave as little of a trail as possible. And yes, I will take the limp cock with me.
All right. Okay. So you move slowly towards the shoreline. Luckily, there doesn't seem to be any orcs nearby. And that's good. And eventually you come across the shore with a bunch of sand and a bunch of clay and a bunch of water, obviously. Now from here you don't see any land, but you do see like a faint thing of like, it's basically a hill over the horizon.
Alright. This is the part where I realize that I have no way to rejoin with the rest of the party, even if they are still alive, and that I need to find some external help. However, it's obvious there's none to be found here, so what I want to do is I want to begin building a raft. I will set up camp here for the time being. and I'll begin the day by foraging, so that way I have something to eat.
Okay. Cool. So you'll spend the a good amount of the day doing that.
And then go on.
Yes. And oh geez, I just had a great idea.
Oh
Okay.
no.
Ignore what I just said. So you spend quite a few hours doing that. Eventually, you finally build yourself a fun little raft. You got your camp set up. Everything's fine and dandy. Now we cut over to Myrtle and consequently, Desmond. Desmond finds Myrtle, also setting up camp somewhere on the same island that they're in. Jared, you voice Desmond, so you know. Desmond just found
Oh, the cat.
Myrtle. Yes.
Myrtle, you're alive. Oh, thank goodness. I know it's probably not the same voice that I used before, but I forgot which voice it was.
I know the voice I used for him was something like this, something of like a I don't know, a European royalty or something, like a rich man.
I see.
Let's. Oh, Desmond, thank goodness you're alive. And then suddenly Desmond coughs out a spider, and coughs out another spider, and poops out an entire spider egg.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
Are the
looks
spiders alive?
you rescued the spiders. Good job, kitty.
Heck yeah, kitty cat.
Whoa, 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 whoa. One dead shark, Tylenol.
What?
Anyway. Okay. So, okay. It appears that, that Desmond and Myrtle are alive. Again, none of this is known to Bruno. And both Desmond and
I think
Myrtle...
we should wrap it up soon, man. It's been like 3 hours.
Right. Desmond and Myrtle do not know that you are alive. That, either of you are alive.
Dude, I'm actually gonna get going now.
Before you do, I am gonna wrap this up a little.
Oh, okay.
So what time do you wake up, Tylenol? Do you wake up around sunrise or sometime after?
Yeah, sometime after sunrise.
Okay. So, you wake up. Vicaruze finds you, and was apparently also setting up camp at the same area. He's also awake. And well, you guys can start setting course until you feel rumbling underneath your feet.
Oh no.
Tylenol, you feel rumbling underneath your feet.
This reminds me of that one anime.
The rumbling
In a
gets
campaign where we've had reminders of that anime more than once before,
Yep.
it's probably not a good sign.
Yep.
The rumbling gets stronger.
Okay. I look around to see what could be the possible source of the rumbling. See none other than Aaron Yeager, chilling on the beach.
Just rumbling.
Looking around, There doesn't seem to be anybody nearby, but the shaking continues and violently gets much, much worse. There's a until you realize doesn't seem to be anything causing it. It's just a really massive earthquake.
Just where it leaves off.
Myrtle also feels it, and so does Desmond. What is Desmond's reaction, Jared?
My goodness. What a weird looking reaction of sorts.
Bruno, right after you're done building the raft, you're like, "Oh, great! I feel accomplished. I built a raft again." And then rumbling begins, and the raft falls apart.
I think I've got the perfect just for this.
Okay, you got a GIF. Oh jeez. It's in the inventory tab. Okay. That's funny. Okay, so the
It was in the wrong channel, but you get it.
okay, so the raft then falls apart as the rumbling beneath you violently gets stronger. Obviously, you get flashbacks to that one time when
When we almost got eaten.
yes, that one time you almost got eaten. And yeah. Unfortunately, it gets stronger. There's nobody around. You don't see anybody around. But yeah, the
Well,
water. You see
at
the
least I
level
don't have to gather
water.
the materials to build the raft again.
All right. As you do that, the rumbling starts getting much stronger to the point where it's straight up an earthquake, and the water next to you has started getting like really erratic. To the point where the materials get washed away into the water.
Can I attempt to grab the materials and stop them from washing away?
All right. Make a dexterity check to make sure that you're well balanced as you're doing this, because you're standing in rushing water while there's an earthquake.
Let me add my bonuses. This is just dexterity. 12.
All right. Well, you managed to for a bit, but then you just start getting like really ragdolled along, and well, this earthquake continues on for about 3.5 hours. End of episode.
Bro.
So, Jared, they help us. A scale of 1 to 10 on spontaneity. How does it seem?
Spontaneity.
That was very spontaneous, if I do say so myself.
Spontaneous.
Yeah, Oh
Yes.
man, that reminds me. Earlier in the chats, yeah, I asked Jared about what I asked everybody like what would make these streams better. Because before then, Jared was just like really like didn't seem very into it. But he asked for spontaneity. And after he
Spontaneity.
whatever, and after he clarified, I asked him, what about dragons? What if I just summon a dragon on you guys? This was like before the ninth or 10th stream. So it's funny that
Yeah.
like 5 or 6 streams later, an actual dragon appears.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I think. So yeah, because you asked for spontaneity, I gave an example of dragons. Ethan did not want a dragon, and then I eventually gave
Yes,
you
I am
a
very well
dragon.
aware of how strong those things are.
Yes. Luckily though, you're still alive to see the next day. But you know, now there's an earthquake.
Cool.
So I'm gonna
And
end
I haven't
off
been washed away, have I?
no, you're smart enough to you're smart enough to manage to get out of there and
I did not hear the answer. You cut out.
oh sorry. I said that okay, I said that you're smart enough and you rolled decent enough dexterity to get out of the water before the major stuff happened. The major earthquake events. So yeah. Anyways though, I think I'm gonna end it off here. How are we gonna explain this to Isaac? He's still in the haunted house.
Yeah, cut me
I
out.
mean, what?